I want a space to plan my day and record my thoughts, and I need a spot where I can leave spontaneous ideas and feelings that I have throughout the day, wherever I may be. And I want to remember big or small moments that make my day special or interesting. Even if it's a pretty mundane day, there must be something worth remembering as well. And you could do all of that on your phone or on your tablet. There are so many note-taking apps nowadays. Or you could use something like Notion on your computer. But as you can tell, I prefer documenting my life the analog way, using pen and paper. And I love using fountain pens because I'm extra. I have been journaling for years, and I'd like to show you how I journal in these three books in particular. And I also think it's worth it to show you this one, a fourth book, and I'll do that later on in this video. But let's start with the Midori Hibino, and if I pronounce these things wrong, then I'm really sorry. And I use this one, it's a planner as well as a journal, and I use this one on a daily basis. First use is the planner part. If I know of any events or things to do in a month, I write them out in the monthly future log. I have my run schedule planned out. I'm training for a half marathon in July, and I have my training plan basically ready for the next 6 months. And on a daily basis, I write out to-do lists and appointments. The juicy part of this planner/journal is the right side. That's the journal part. I journal when I wake up, before I go to bed, and after my runs. I also created a habit tracker here in the monthly section, tracking the things that I want to do daily, journaling, reading, workout, and meditate, and drink 3 of these bottles of water a day. The latter is proving to be a bit of a challenge, as you can see. There's a plethora of journals out there today. There's the 5-minute journal, there's morning pages, there's the bullet journal, a gratitude journal. You can find a dedicated journal for anything. For me, the blank page in this planner/journal is just fine. And whatever journal you pick, I think that journaling will be beneficial for you. And you can write a little, you can write a lot, whatever you like. There's so much happening in our world, and the earth never stops moving, and so does everything around us. Whether we like it or not, there's so much we can't control. The only thing we can actually control is our mind. And the mind can be beautiful, creative, full of gratitude, kind, and a source of so much good. All of that is worth documenting in your journal. On the other hand, the mind can also be extraordinarily cruel. It can work against us, as my mind did during the worst parts of my burnout. Journaling helps me to clear my mind and gain perspective. When I get the words on paper, I get the negativity out of my head. And at that exact time, I can also find a kinder voice inside of me to defend myself and to counteract what I wrote down. Consequently, writing uplifting things down helps me get in a more positive mindset. Sometimes I have a lot to say, sometimes I write very little in my journal, but the result is always the same. It's a sense of relief. It's like confiding in a best friend for me to write in this journal. Now, most people, or maybe all, will save their journals, and that's not the case for me. This journal is a tool. This journal is gonna be gone at the end of the year, and there'll be a new one in this cover. For memory keeping, because that's something that people do when they save their journals, right? You're keeping it for memories, and I will actually do memory keeping in this journal. This is a 5-year journal. I'm starting that for the first time this year in 2024. It's gonna be 2024 to 2028. This is a Hobonichi 5-year journal. This Hobonichi 5-year journal I will keep at least 5 years, obviously, and I plan to keep it long after that as well. It's a pretty low commitment journal, even though the 5-year commitment is obviously really long, but just a few lines every day. 1 page holds space for 5 entries on the same day over 5 years. I'm looking forward to next year, where I can read what happened on that same day exactly a year ago. The right page is just blank, and I use it to draw something, but you can do anything you'd like on that page, of course. I am committed to keep up with this journal for 5 whole years. And on the right page, obviously I have a lot to fill, but I got 5 years to put a nice drawing or whatever creative thing on this page. I'm very intentional with what I write in this journal, and I want to make the right pages as aesthetically pleasing as possible. But that intentionality is not there for my traveler's notebook. It's actually the exact opposite. Anything I think of that seems of any and all importance that doesn't have to be planned to a certain date and time will go in here, just so I don't forget whatever I thought of. I just have a blank page insert in here, just one, so it stays lightweight so I can carry it anywhere. And then when I want to capture a thought, I have it with me. That way I don't have to get out my phone, because I'm practicing digital minimalism and I'm trying to use my phone less. So that's an important part of having pen and paper with me every day. If you want to see a dedicated video on how I practice digital minimalism, then please let me know in the comments. You can get various different inserts for this leather cover, and I just have the blank pages like I said. And I'm not really looking to buy any other inserts, but you can do, for example, a weekly insert or a monthly, maybe daily insert. The only thing that I'm thinking about is getting like a zipper pouch that I might be able to put in here with slots for cards, so I don't have to carry my mini wallet around anymore, because this thing goes everywhere with me just as much as my wallet would. But I am doing a no-buy year, so that's going to have to be in 2025 and not in 2024. So these 3 books make up my planner/journal system. These 2 I use on a daily basis, and then the Traveler's Notebook regularly, but not daily. And then there's this 4th notebook that I also use, but more sporadically, and this is also one that I'm planning to keep. I mostly keep prints from photos in here that I really like, but also random other things, like tickets from when we went to the Nutcracker in December. This is new to me, and I started this at the end of October in 2023, but I do plan to keep up with it. Now, I don't really know what will make you fall in love with journaling like I did, but I find great comfort in the thought that there's always a safe place for me to dump my thoughts and feelings without being a burden or a pain to anybody else, and also without being judged. I can confidently say that journaling every day has shaped my life for the better. It helps me understand my thoughts and feelings, synthesize random ideas, and gives me clarity on what thoughts and feelings are helping me or hurting me. There are a whole lot of techniques and ways and forms of journaling, but all that matters to me is that my thoughts and feelings and ideas are out of my head and onto the page. If you're looking to start journaling, I would suggest to start small, a few lines a day to build that habit. And I really think it would be good for you. I promise you'll find it to be a great habit to get into. And most of all, just journal because you want to. That's the only way you'll stick with it.